Chors, the Silver Lord of the Night and Guardian of Transformations. In the pantheon erected on the Kiev hill by Prince Vladimir in 980, Chors holds a special place. He stands alongside Perun and Dazhbog, which testifies to his immense rank, yet he remains the most elusive of the gods. While Perun is the thunder that can be heard and Dazhbog is the light that warms, Chors is that which lurks in the silvery glow, the god of paradox, the night, and fluid identity. His name appears in the Primary Chronicle as one of the idols raised by Vladimir before the baptism of Rus, and he set up Perun made of wood with a silver head and a golden mustache, and Chors and Dazhbog. This proximity in the pantheon is not accidental. It speaks of a deep connection. Chors is not a loud or obvious god. In the East Slavic tradition, his cult survived in traces of folklore, epic poems, spells, and legends about werewolves. The question of Chors' origin is one of the most fascinating disputes in Slavic studies. The lack of a clear Slavic root in his name forced researchers to look to the east. Unlike etymologically transparent names like Perun from thunder or Dazhbog from wealth giver, forced researchers to look to the east. The most popular hypothesis is that Chors is an immigrant in the Slavic pantheon. For centuries, Slavs neighbored Iranian peoples, Scythians, Sarmatians, and Alans on the steppes. The root hvar, xwar, Jew xor in Iranian languages meant brilliance, the sun, divine aura. Persian khorshid is radiant sun. Modern linguistics partially confirms the influence, though it criticizes simple borrowing. The name could have evolved into the form xwars or whores. Some researchers point out that Simargul and other elements of Vladimir's pantheon have Iranian roots. The Sarmatians left a trace in Slavic genetics, toponymy, and culture. From burial mounds to animal motifs, amber trade, alliances, mixed marriages, all this favored the exchange of myths. Sarmatian solar deities, honored in rituals with horses and white sacrifices, could have been adapted by the Slavs settled on the border of the steppe. How is it possible that a solar deity from Iran became a lunar or night solar god of the Slavs? The answer lies in Slavic cosmic dualism. For our ancestors, the day sun was absolutely occupied by Dazhbog, the giver of light, son of Swarog, patron of fertility and justice. The emergence of a new, powerful force from outside forced adaptation. Chors became the night sun, a shield that shines with reflected brilliance, the guardian of shadows. This is a brilliant mechanism of myth evolution. We borrow a powerful name but give it a function that completes our worldview. Cycle, not statics. In some reconstructions, Chors is the god of the solar disk, the circle, kolo, horo, while Dazhbog is light itself. He travels across the sky in a chariot drawn by fiery horses during the day and by white birds or ducks at night, a motif known from folklore. His twin sister Divia rules over the moon, forming a divine pair of celestial disks. In chronicle sources, the names of Chors and Dazhbog often appear side by side. This suggests that the Slavs perceived them as two sides of the same coin, a constant relay of light. Chors was not an anti-sun. He was the sun at rest, the sun reflected in the mirror of the night. In Christian texts, both are demonized as fiends, but their proximity indicates complementarity. Dazhbog gives life, Chors guards its rhythm. Archaeology adds context. In the territories of Rus and the Balkans, solar amulets with circle symbols have been found, which could have been dedicated to Chors. In Belarusian and Ukrainian folklore, songs about the silver rider or wolf sun have survived. In the Slavic tradition, Chors is not a static god. He runs across the sky. This movement connects him with the wolf archetype, a predator that knows no boundaries. The term Vlkodlak, werewolf, literally means having a wolfskin fur. In folklore, lycanthropy was linked to the phases of the moon. Chors, as the lord of the phases, steers the process of turning the skin inside out. In his light, the inner wild nature could take control of the body. This was not necessarily a curse. In the older layers of myth, it was a gift for shamans, warriors, and wanderers. Lycanthropy had rituals, wearing wolf skins, dancing around a campfire. In the November wolf days, strict prohibitions were in force. Legendary Prince Vseslav Bryakislavic, called the Sorcerer or the Prophet, is living proof of Chors' cult. In the tale of Igor's campaign we read, Prince Vseslav meted out justice and himself ran as a wolf at night, crossing the path of the great Chors as a wolf. This is not a metaphor. Running as a wolf meant moving faster than time. Crossing Chors' path was a race against the moon, the sun of the night. Vseslav was the historical prince of Polotsk who performed military and political miracles. The people remembered him as a sorcerer. In epic poems, the figure of Volk Vseslavievich blends with Vseslav, the motif of shamanic transformation. Chors patrons those who have mastered animal instinct. Chors is the patron of liminal states, dawn and dusk, life and death, civilization and wilderness. The wolf is the guardian of thresholds. Lycanthropy under Chors was not demonism, but a manifestation of vital force. Shamans became wolves for vision or battle. In folklore, werewolves protected villages from other beasts, but threatened them when the full moon awakened aggression. Cures, silver amulets. Chors ruled over everything that sees in the dark, owls, bats, and people with the gift of clairvoyance. Slavs lived in the rhythm of Chors. The new moon was a time for sowing thoughts and protective magic. Herbs for amulets were gathered. The first quarter was for growth. The full moon was the culmination of powers, ecstasy, but also the greatest danger of lycanthropy. The waning moon was a time for cleansing, removing diseases and fasts. A time for burning old things. The god was fed so he would survive death and be reborn. This made the Slavs co-creators of the cosmos. Traces survived in carols. Chors, the eye of the night. He helped those lost in the forest, but favored those acting in concealment, scouts and warriors. A silver veil hid them. Gifts, silver coins, wolf teeth. Chors also protects clairvoyants and poets, those who see in the dark. In neo-paganism, Chors teaches balance. Do not fear the wolf within, tame it and use it as your strength. Chors still watches over us,